got two very muddy sausages that need to have a little bath. A little pamper morning for my babies. Got a very fresh smelling sausage, but a very soggy doggy. This one doesn't really know how to rub himself on towels to get dry, so he has to take lead from his brother. Oh, was that a nice way to start the day, my boys? Yeah, so nice. Good morning, my darlings, and welcome to Vlogmas Day 6. I feel like we are powering through the Vlogmas episodes. Okay, two confessions. Confession number one, I'm still wearing my bobble hat because I have got mega hat hair this morning. It's very, very flat, so the hat is going to stay on for the foreseeable. And confession number two, which some of you already outed me for, I have decided to keep the zip version of the sheep jumper. And yes, I did say in a recent clear out video that I was going to be getting rid of it because I didn't need two, and the quality of this one I didn't think was quite as good as the original sheep jumper, but this is how my brain works. This one is really good for layering because recently a lot of my outfits have been a nice cashmere roll neck and, I'm not gonna lie, leggings as the base layer every single day, and then just something a little bit different over the top. Not groundbreaking in the slightest, but this jumper just works really, really well for it. So I'm still bundled up from our lovely dog walk. We took the boys up to Winderton, which is just such a beautiful vista, beautiful viewpoint to see the village, and it's a gorgeous day. So I think on days like this, we just try and get as much time outside as possible because, I mean, yesterday, so miserable for the first half of the day. So yeah, lovely start to the day, and we're going to be heading over to Kingham very shortly, which is probably most famous for the Wild Rabbit restaurant, and it's just the most charming, lovely village. They have got their Christmas market or Christmas fair on today, and I think it's going to be really, really wholesome. No doubt we'll bump into some pals there, I'm sure, and I think it did say that you could get lunch there, so I'm hoping for a turkey bap or something like that. So it's just going to be a really cozy, classic, festive day at home and going to a Christmas fair. Now, I've actually not had a coffee yet this morning. It's a game-changing part of my morning routine. So far, only the last 2 days, but I've actually been starting my day with a calming chamomile tea instead of a coffee. But by this time of the day, 11:30, 12, I am starting to think I need my caffeine hit. So what I'm going to do is make a very easy version of a gingerbread latte, and I'm going to use up my pumpkin pie spice. So this is what I was using all throughout, let's be honest, September and October for my pumpkin lattes, but when I read the ingredients and then compared it to what would be in a gingerbread spice, it's very similar, minus the ginger. So I'm also just going to add in half a teaspoon of ground ginger, half a teaspoon of my pumpkin pie spice into my espresso, and then add my milk, and I think it will be perfect. I might sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon on top to make it extra festive. I just don't want to buy unnecessary things for the kitchen if I don't need to, if I've got everything here already, just because it's not labelled gingerbread spice. So let's do that, and in my head this is going to work, but I'll let you know. Getting too hot for the bowl hat, so please excuse my hair. I always find when I put dry shampoo in, it always makes it look like I really need to get my hair coloured again. I would give this a solid 8 out of 10. I actually think half a teaspoon of each spice type is maybe even too much. I might try a quarter next time, because this is a very spicy gingerbread spice latte. Very delicious, and I feel like it's probably quite good for you as well with the ground ginger in there. I am loving the size of these 𝑭𝒂𝒕𝒖𝒓𝒆 mugs. I think I could definitely be converted from our big beakers that we normally use. So we're going to enjoy our coffees, watch just like 5 minutes of TV. I think Charlie's got Match of the Day on or something, and then we're going to head out to the fair. Shall we watch some TV with Mummy and Daddy, shall we? He's a lovely boy. It's super bright, such a gorgeous day.
The mental thing is, we have bathed these boys. I mean, you can tell from my jeans.
Oh my gosh!
How muddy that walk was. They've done a good job. The funny thing is, it's probably Dickie, because his fur is a lot easier to clean. Dickie's always got stuff attached to him.
How do you even manage that? You are such pterodactyl.
I don't know if other people have this. So like we deliberately invested in a sofa here that's maybe a little bit more affordable.
Yeah.
And easier to clean. Because the dogs spend a lot of their time here, don't
they? They do.
I mean, Dickie's normally always up there.
Yeah.
And Dexy does spend a lot of time up here as well.
Look at him. He's so proud.
I do feel like, obviously, we do, you know, hands up, we occasionally eat dinner on this sofa. You know, it sees a lot of action, this sofa, in terms of people being sat on it with coffee, with mince pies this time of year. It's had a lot of spillages. Yogurt. Yeah. So we do find ourselves having to clean it. There's mot there even, I think that's probably So. But luckily we've got the big guns. Let's pull out the big guns. Yeah. Okay, it's my reflection. It's my reflection. While the puppy dogs are distracted, let's sort this out. Let's sort this out. So this is the shark stain floss, isn't it? Yes. I like, first of all, I mean, you've used this more than me. Yeah. The first thing I love about this is like how it's all, for my OCD, it's all in one place. Yeah, it's got a caddy. It's easily carryable. Yeah. What is this, a caddy? It's a caddy. Which always reminds me of Mean Girls. It's Katie. Oh really? No, Katie. It's Caddy. So first of all, we're going to apply this, aren't we? No, first of all, you got to scrub, like almost brush it. So this, remember, this has got a little brush on the end. So clever, full of Dickie's fluff already. So we do this. So just give it a brush, yeah, because that I think will lift the stain. I mean, even that just by itself. That is so clever. Because I think the temptation is to put a wet cloth on here, but that can actually make it worse. It can sink it in, can't it? Right, now we're going to do the spray, right? Now, I would actually vacuum next. Okay. So turn it on and then only pull it towards you. I mean, it's also probably picking up a lot of pet hair. Yeah. I think we are going to need to put some spray on here. Yeah, so you grab that spray and then from about 5 centimeters away, give it a mist. This stuff is absolutely amazing. I've got coffee out of rugs. I've got mince pie out. And let's just give that a few seconds. Give it a few seconds. Have they... What about that mark on the rug over there? I'm going to get that after. I've been meaning to get that all afternoon. Okay, this does not look good. One of us has definitely trodden in here. So step 1 for a dry stain is...
This is very handy. It tells you exactly what to do. So we've got to break down the stain by moving the stain force back and forth, which I guess will lift it. And then we turn on the vacuum and you kind of tilt it and pull it back towards you. You spray, then you scrub, then you extract. So give it a little rub.
Oh my god.
Yikes.
Yeah, now.
Now vacuum, pulling it back. So this is the game changer. I know this looks really, really bad, but some things have to get worse before they get better. This is the game changer. So 30 times more stain fighting power. This is what makes a huge, huge difference. So it says you want to oversaturate the spray and give it 2 rounds of spraying. And then I like to give it just a few moments to work its magic. And then we'll give it another scrub and vacuum. And as if by magic, we'll be able to clean this shocking stain on the rug. And we've already managed to get the stain out of the sofa. Don't know what we would do without this.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
It's mad.
So we had the stain force mist on it. Has this got a name? Dual formula refill cartridge. Yeah, obviously you can buy refills of that. Leave it on there. We had it on there for what, 30 seconds?
Yeah.
And then you use the bristles on this and just rub it back and forth. I thought this rug was a goner. Did you?
Yeah.
There we go. I'm glad to see you're so relaxed, knowing that Mummy and Daddy take such good care of your home. You going to wait here and sunbathe while Mummy and Daddy go to the market? If you insist, Mummy. I can't promise I won't leave any more stains for you, but I know that you'll be able to handle them. Thank goodness that worked so well. Every time we spill anything, I just run to the corner of the room and grab this. I've popped it back on charge now. That's the amazing thing about this, the fact that it's cordless. So if you, let's say you have got puppy dogs or children that you're taking on long car journeys, you could just grab this and put it in the car for long journeys. There's another kind of nozzle if you need something a little bit more precise, but everything just slots in here. And what is amazing about this is Shark have worked on this incredible odor fighting technology. So even though I have given my babies a bath, they're still a little bit fragrant, but it's got odor elimination in there, which also works for smoke if you've been going a bit heavy on the Christmas candles, or if you have got pets that maybe get a little bit excited with Christmas tree smells. I've confessed before that when we have all of this lovely natural foliage in the house, it does make Dexy and Dicky think that the living room is their outdoor bathroom, if you know what I mean. And this comes in very, very handy with that, with the odor fighting as well. It is a game changer. I would say this would be a really, I mean, it's not the most glamorous thing to give to someone at Christmas, but if you know someone that's maybe just moved house or that does need something like this in their life, Charlie is always teasing me for being clumsy and dropping things, well, this is a lifesaver. So I'll leave this linked down below because I know that I'm not the only one that gets very excited about things which make cleaning up messes a lot easier. So thanks to Shark and Stain Force for saving our rug on many, many an occasion. 2 minutes later, and at this stage, I'm actually really happy with how much it's lifted already. But you just got to remember 3 magic steps, and you can repeat these as often as you want. Spray, scrub, extract. So when you're scrubbing, you go back and forth. Oh, there's another bit there. Go back and forth. And then extracting is when you turn on the kind of vacuum within this, and then it literally lifts all of the stain out of your upholstery, your car, your rugs. I'm going to try your trousers.
Game changer.
Yeah, and the fact that it's cordless. Amazing. So, what a relief. I was actually worried this wasn't going to come out, were you?
Yeah, there was a part of me that was a bit nervous, but it's made a massive difference, hasn't it?
And we have not done this just with the camera. We genuinely trod in ash into the rug.
I mean, you can see how easily done it is, because obviously the problem is at night, we have this on mostly at night time.
Yeah.
And at night time, you obviously don't see necessarily, we've got the lights dimmed, it's super cozy.
Yeah.
And we like to empty the ash out, but you do want a bed of ash for a fire to light well. But the one slight downside is you can end up with bits on your slippers or whatever.
That's what it is.
It's probably what it is.
A couple of little bits.
We'll do some targeted bits later.
So I'm just going to extract. Spray. Sometimes sometimes all you need to do is extract actually. Scrub back and forth and extract. Amazing. Okay, and then let's just stick this on charge while we're out at the market. Yeah, stick this bit on charge.
And then maybe you can do my jeans for me.
And then I'll do your jeans for you later, darling.
Okay, that for a service. What do you think, Dex? Would you mind doing my three-piece suit, Angela? My dinner suit needs sorting for the festive season. You handsome chap.
And this tree, I feel like, is the most festive tree of all time. Is it an ilex?
It's a holly tree, mate.
Should we go and have a closer look?
You know what though? It's double stem, is it?
Double stem? Oh, is it two trees?
No, it's one tree.
It's amazing. So festive. Classic holly berries. We've not even gone into the village hall yet, but I've already met so many friends. Bertie's here and Basil's here. Oh, are you flirting? Flirty Bertie. You are both little boys, but we won't presume anything about your preferences. Oh, you gorgeous boys. Yes, so nice to see my children. We've duplicated. Which is Bertie? If they got really, really tangled, it would be, well, Mars has got a slightly fluffier butt, but I know. Look at this, lovely local honey. Always love to get local honey whenever we can get our hands on it. So nice on your festive yogurt with granola. They've also got these little beeswax for doing your shoes, little candles. I've just discovered a lovely local skincare brand, Therapy, a mother and daughter team, and the mother was a beekeeper since the age of 23, so honey is a starring ingredient, and she's just been telling me about their lovely face creams and oils. This has got a blend of 17 botanical oils using traditions from all around the world, and I'm going to pick up one of these in the day cream. They've also got some beautiful toners. Love the sound of this as well. A lovely honey lip nectar. Oh, I think I might get a honey as well. Oh, sweet. Little hot water bottles and socks. Is that a hat made out of pheasant feathers or something?
Yeah.
Some local wines made with love in Morton and Marsh. Someone's done the hard work for us with the bulb lasagnas and lots of lovely antiques as well. Cute little bits and bobs for them. Oh, oh look, the shopkeeper is very hard at work. Please, sir, how much are your chickens? This is such a lovely village hall, isn't it? Look at this. Can you show me in more detail? That is absolutely beautiful. Isn't that stunning as an old cutlery set? I wonder how much that is. That is absolutely beautiful. Although I bet you wouldn't be able to put that in the dishwasher, would you?
Dishwasher them, but still.
Really nice.
That's the only thing that can't go in the dishwasher.
No.
I love how many of the stalls have dogs as shopkeepers.
I just think, yeah, you need a dog.
How did we do at the fair, darling?
Yep, very well.
Very well.
Some nice bits and pieces, haven't you?
Some skincare,
Very sweet
some
fair.
honey, lots of really nice local brands.
Yeah, I think it's just really beautifully curated. They did a great job.
Yeah.
The other thing we're commenting on, we don't actually walk through the village of Kingham very often, and that is the village that's nearest Aylesford.
Yeah.
And every other house is just beautiful.
Not even every other. Every house is so adorable. Look at this one. That could literally be the holiday cottage called the Noor or the Nook? The Nook. And then as we go down towards the green and the pub, obviously this pub is the wild, this village is the Wild Rabbit and Kingham Plough. Look like what, sorry?
You said the Noor, but it does actually look a bit like an R from a certain angle.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that one next to it, how sweet that little lane is. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at this beautiful low winter sunshine. I actually don't know, is the pub on this road? Or the Wild Rabbit?
I'm not entirely sure where we are, so I think just keep walking up here.
We'll just do a little lap. That looks like a lovely Georgian house through there. So nice. We are forever admiring fellow thatched cottages. Probably shouldn't mention a competitor, but we think this might be the 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 rental, which would be absolutely gorgeous. Is it?
Definitely.
They got the 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 wine. I wonder if...
𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 cleaning products in the window. House for sale.
House for sale. Uh-oh. How cute. Such a sweet village.
Know what they're doing.
Cutest pub in the Cotswolds. Very nice. Oh, look at these. Oh my gosh. The Dalmatians. We've decided we're going to try our luck at the Kingham Plough. Not a pub that we come to that often, but it is a really, really nice one. We're very stuck in our ways with going to the Fox, but we're just going to see if they can squeeze in 2 hungry travellers for a very last minute Sunday roast. Don't know if they'll even still be serving, it's just gone 3, but we shall see. Any room at the inn? We are in luck, hallelujah. I think I'm just going to go straight in for a roast. They've got beef, pork, chicken, or roasted beetroot. Yummy. With crispy roast potatoes. Thank you so much. This is perfect. We've literally been here for 5 minutes and already, that's a good thing about a roast, isn't it?
The doctor had ordered.
Yeah, they've got it on the pass.
This is real love. I'm giving
And what?
you the crispiest ones.
That is true love. Although I did pinch most of them on our cooking video.
I'm going to have that crispy. Is
Okay.
that enough for you for now?
Yeah. Is this the veggies? Is that going to be a cauliflower cheese too, or is that the cauliflower
That
cheese?
is it.
Okay. Amazing. That was the speediest roast of all time. Just what the doctor ordered.
Today is perfect, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I was
Rating?
It was nice. Solid 7 out of 10, maybe even a 7.5.
Yeah.
Which is that's probably my benchmark.
'Cause we give-
below that, I probably wouldn't go back.
We give Soho Farmhouse a
I would give them a
6.5
6.5 out of 10.
for their Sunday roast.
Consistently.
Fox
Which
at
sounds
Oddington?
low. The Fox at Oddington I would give
8.
a 7.5 to 8.
Yeah. So only a tiny bit better
If
than
I'm
here.
honest, there's not yet a pub in the Cotswolds that I'd give an 8 out of 10 for a Sunday roast.
Really? Not with a bull?
It's different though, isn't it?
Hmm.
Like, maybe an 8 for the bull, but it isn't your classic Sunday roast, so I'm not sure if you could. I think it's almost a different category.
Hmm.
And the one that we haven't, for some reason, we've never done Sunday lunch at the Wild Rabbits. We need to try that.
We must do that.
Which is bonkers.
And have we haven't had Sunday roast at 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 because I have heard that that's pretty good.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the final one that is, where was I thinking?
Well, Ali in the Cotswolds always raves about the Royal Oak. Is it Ramsden?
Yeah, it's a bit of a way that one for us.
Yeah,
That's
but apparently that's so
Yeah,
festive.
I've heard amazing things about that.
Yeah, we should try that. And look at this gorgeous vista. So you come through the archway to get in and out of the pub. And now we're gonna try to remember where we parked on one of the wiggly lanes and head back home. Charlie's got this one on his wish list, the Old Forge. I love that the house names, you can tell what the buildings would have been back in the olden days. So this would have been where the ironmonger lived. There was a house, there's always an old schoolhouse, an old rectory in all these villages. What are the other ones that we've seen? The bakery.
Yeah, all the classics. Well, that's
the
the thing with
classics.
English villages, and I'm sure it's the same in a lot of other countries, but we were saying this about 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 𝑴𝒆. I was looking at old photos, only from the 1940s,
Yeah.
and there was a fire station in every village, which
Yeah.
employed like 30, 40 people.
Yeah.
There was a bakery, there was a butcher's, there was a blacksmith's, there was a
Would a blacksmith lived at the forge?
yes.
Yes, yeah.
There was a farrier, which is a bit like a blacksmith, but specific for horses.
Yeah.
Like all of these small businesses in one village, and actually then probably you get to a point where a village employs about 50% of its residents, so they kind of never leave, which I think is quite cool.
Yeah.
Obviously that's completely changed, but
But where were we? In Italy. And we were thinking, gosh, this village is so remote on the top of a hill.
we had that interesting meal, didn't we?
Yeah, very interesting. Oh my gosh, look, we're being watched. Can you see? Look at these 2 children.
Oh,
We're being watched. Yes, but
He's a boxer. They can
I
be lovely.
am a guard dog and I'm quite scary. But I'm very friendly and I'm not barking.
See, they could get out from there.
If they wanted to, they could jump over that. You're very sweet and you're doing a very good job of protecting your home. Oh, I'm wagging. I am wagging.
Lovely. The other one is not as friendly.
No, I'm menacing. Oh, hello my darlings. Welcome back to our very cosy, I was about to say cottage, office. Welcome back to the office. It's 4:30, so I'm just doing my daily check over of the Vlogmas video. It's amazing how quickly you get into a routine when it comes to uploading every day at 5 when it comes to the end of Vlogmas, I always start to miss it a little bit, and I almost feel like I could just continue daily vlogging because you get into the habit of it. I think, what do they say, 21 days to make a habit? I feel like we're already in the swing of it, so I'm just checking over the vlog and then we'll set it ready to go live. And I thought I would share with you, because tonight, in a second, I'm going to go and take my makeup off, and I think Charlie's going to run a bath for me, which is very kind, and then I think we're just going to have like a TV, movie, very chilled evening. So I thought I would share with you a few of my how to remain calm at Christmas essentials. I need to throw away this jar because I just ate the very last one. This is a brand called CB2. I'm a big fan of CBD. I don't know if it's still controversial. I don't think it is because it doesn't contain the psychedelics of weed. Am I allowed to say that? I don't know. I find it incredibly effective. Along with a herbal tea, chamomile tea actually works wonders. Chamomile tea is my favourite at the moment. But yeah, I'm a big fan of CBD. So these are going in the bin now, but I will probably reorder them. Alongside that, this is like bringing in the big guns now. Trip is a brand which I really like. I think I've got one here as well in my desk drawer, maybe. Yeah, there's definitely a pink one in there somewhere, which I think is a watermelon flavour. Or maybe I use that one up. This one here is wild mint and chamomile, and I put a few drops under my tongue and let them rest there for about 30 seconds. It tastes really good. It acts like a breath freshener as well, thanks to the wild mint, and it just helps to calm you down. If you find this time of year quite anxious, highly recommend those. And then also in here somewhere, I've got a few different variations of this. This is the 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅, is that in focus? Calming Temple Salve. And if you're feeling pretty anxious, you just want to kind of throw everything at it to see what can help. So I normally do all of these things at once, plus other things, especially at night. A little bit of salve on my fingers, just rub it in. Take some deep breaths while you're doing it, and then I always pop whatever's left on my pulse points. I've also got from Neom their calming pen, which is a really easy to use version. You don't have to get your fingers in it if you don't want to, so that's really nice. And then in my desk, for if I get a little bit stressed during the working day, we've got the Neom diffuser, and I think having some essential oils on the go can really help. These would be nice little stocking fillers. And what else have I got in here? I've got my 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 breathing balm. This is similar to the 𝑭𝒊𝒐𝑅 in that you can put it on your pulse points, but there's a whole ritual attached to this. You pop a little bit, let's do it now, why not? Pop a little bit in your hands. And 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 is the brand from the Time Hotel, which I love. Oh my gosh, their hand wash and body lotion in this smell is what we have in the house, and it's so good. When you just need that little moment and you know that a few deep breaths is going to make you feel better. All of these things I mention because they really help me, and I know that this can be a stressful time of year for a lot of people, and also they do make nice, quite thoughtful gift ideas if you know someone that gets pretty stressed. So yeah, I thought I would show you those. Anyway, I need to get cracking on getting the video ready. I'm going to enjoy my chamomile tea while I do so. And I'll catch up with you in a moment when we're going to do the advent calendar, and then it's on with the pyjamas and the world's coziest evening. There is something very wonderful about putting your pyjamas on at 6 p.m. This is a pair from Desmond and Dempsey. I think this was definitely an advent gift last year. I love this little trend of lovely silk pyjamas in the advent, and they are lilies. I wouldn't normally have gone for pyjamas that are dark, but actually I think it's nice to have something a little bit different. I don't wear black in my day-to-day, so it's nice to embrace the shade when I'm at home. Anyway, Charlie's checking the football score. How did Man United do, darling?
1-2-1, mate.
2-1. So I've got a very happy husband. You don't look it, mate.
Well, Liverpool won as well. Man U's still not great, so a win's a win.
A win's a win.
Still not great.
Yeah, well.
Right.
Day
nice
number 6.
PJs, mate. Day
Thank
number
you.
6.
Yep, here's the camera.
Day number 6.
Is it really day number 6?
It is. Time's flying,
I
mate.
was just saying, it feels like we're in the swing of it this year.
December is just going so quickly already.
Crazy. Number 6. Oh, Nutcracker. It's Nigel's day.
Yeah, I feel like I should say, I think all the gifts up till now are more gifts, and then the experiences kick in a bit later in December.
Ooh, is that a little hint? Marzipan fruit! Am I in the mood for that now? Are we going to eat anything else today?
I think we're just going to chill, aren't we? So
We've
no.
obviously had a roast.
Yeah, we had a roast at 3:30, didn't we?
Yeah.
It's almost, that's why I normally do a roast at 4. I know it's only half an hour, but like 4, and then you finish eating at like 5.
Yeah.
5:30, and then that feels like dinner. Actually, we were done by 3:30, weren't we?
Yeah.
So I don't know, I'm not going to try and eat anything else now because we're going to have an early night. Because we get up at 5:30 on a Monday, don't we?
Intermittent fasting tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
So
save
have
that
that,
for
mate.
tomorrow. Save it
okay.
for tomorrow. What were you thinking I should have it? There's quite a strategy going on. Should I or not?
Go on, get it down, you mate.
Okay, hold on a second. Okay, ooh. Where would Harry find a new pair of spectacles?
This is, you can, so there are probably people watching this video thinking he's already run out of good clues, because I feel like that's a real stretch, but...
I feel like if anyone...
Because
wants a
they're
new
broken,
pair-
aren't they? When do they get fixed? There's the question.
On the train.
Yeah, she fixes them.
Oculus repair.
Yeah.
I would look in your dressing room, in your glasses drawer. I'm pretty good at guessing the guesses, aren't I?
Yeah, I mean,
We'll see.
it's not easy to make the guesses.
I think our brains are quite similar, which is why.
Yeah.
I don't think everyone would maybe have jumped to that conclusion.
Don't go in here very often, do you?
I don't. Do you know when I do come in here?
I do occasionally know, but obviously I know that Michelle's been in here as well. So our lovely housekeeper.
When I need to go in your secret cupboard because you've got nail file
Got
and
my secret cupboard.
nail clippers. So you've got all of your. I was talking on the vlog earlier about the
neem oils.
calming tips. What's that?
This is a bit of an insight into my favourite products actually. Organic Pharmacy Peppermint Facial Wash.
Yeah.
Eccentric Molecules 01. SkinCeuticals, what's it
Can we
called?
talk about the
Hydrochloric?
calming
No,
products?
not hydrochloric. What's it called? What's the word I'm looking for?
Hyaluronic?
Hyaluronic. Hydrochloric acid would
What's
not be good
this?
for your face. That is a neem cream, so that's from Organic Pharmacy. That's more for like redness on your, you know, like say you get like a you know, I don't know, like a sore of some
Oh,
description.
not like from an itchy jumper.
I think it probably would help. Tea tree is pretty good for everything.
Breathe Easy Balm. That's
Yeah,
nice.
that's a Zen Matri brand. Bamford do a very good one as well, as do Organic Pharmacy.
Nice. Got your
yeah.
wild deodorant.
Got my Wild deodorant. I wear one.
And your L'Oreal's.
Well, yeah, so I wear L'Oreal before the gym and Wild after because
Yeah,
I
it's
can't unfortunately wear Wild before the gym.
And this is amazing.
See, I actually haven't tried that.
Charcoal oxygen mask.
Do you know what my absolute favourite product at the moment, which I haven't got any more of, hint hint,
Oh.
is I just think it's unreal. Like I use it every night, which you're probably not meant to. This
Yeah,
Elemis Midnight Facial.
Is meant to
not
be
focusing.
Like, just tap it.
Yeah, what is this? So just put your hand behind it, do the old. It's unreal. Right, anyway, let's do this. I want to go and
Let's see.
watch the
where
rest of Night Manager.
Harry would find a new pair. I can't even remember where your glasses are.
Well, actually, to be fair, I couldn't fit it in there, so you just need to look around the room.
Oh. Oh! Wow, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Now, shout out to Sheerlux.
Oh,
Because I saw that on their gift guide.
So good.
To be honest, this year I didn't see much. That not because they're not good this year, but because we've already got a lot of what we've,
Yeah.
you know, what we've seen. Now, this is a brand that we featured before. Obviously, I think people know, but I buy all of these things. We don't get sent anything. I have had, I can't remember who it was, but a few brands messaged me about sending stuff for the calendar, but it's very much something I want to not...
Cherry pick.
Yeah, cherry pick. I just thought you would use this a lot, because this is a
good
small
size,
one. This is
yeah.
actually legit small, so this would go in a suitcase. Their previous travel one wasn't really a travel one.
This is the game-changing design.
Yeah, so I think that could easily... So we've got a nice trip in January planned,
Awesome.
and, I mean, most of your dresses you often think need a steam.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping this could be the solution for you.
And also, you can borrow it for your shirts.
Yeah, there is always a selfish element to all of these gifts, but I think
My-
people will agree that happens when you get married.
Yeah.
Because you like them the
What's
same
mine is
things.
yours. That's so clever, and it's also very chic. That's
Yeah.
really portable.
Do you know the only thing looking at it now is I wish they'd made this plug could have been smaller. Like it actually could have been. Maybe there's a fire safety thing that it can't for a product like this, I don't know, but I feel like that could have been smaller and lighter weight. And I feel like this could have been thinner.
Yeah.
But that's being pedantic. Like otherwise,
I reckon it's got to be coated because if this dribbles,
maybe it's a moisture
it goes on
thing.
The electrics.
Yeah.
But if anyone doesn't know, so you put the water in, I think the bottom, and then you.
Yeah, I'd imagine it's like a one-time thing. Probably.
Yeah.
You probably have to refill it every dress.
I think so.
But
and then that gets quite hot as well. So if you need to give something a little extra, that's amazing.
Good. What's the weight of it?
Not much.
Wow. Yeah, because this is the first time I'm actually seeing it. Obviously, I've seen it promoted. Good.
Don't do it while you're. I have actually done that before.
Oh, that's not funny.
I did it once on a skirt.
No, that could be nasty.
The water that it steams is very hot. Yay! You're smashing these gifts. I'm wearing the one from yesterday. I love them.
Yeah, got them on, and that's from last year or the year before.
I think this is.
Could be the year before actually.
Yeah.
Because I think last year I got you the ones that look like Digitalis, or is that the year before?
I think it's the other way around because as much as I love the Digitalis
they've worn a bit.
They've not washed quite as well. That is where 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 are really good.
I think it's also being key on what setting as well. Anyway, right, let's do this.
Woo. Well, my darlings, I am going to actually sign off the vlog because I'm going to take my makeup off, and then as Charlie mentioned, we're just going to chill. We're going to finish watching Night Manager. I've heard that there's a new season in January, so we are re-watching season 1. Forget how good looking Tom Hiddleston is. And I was just googling Tom and Taylor earlier, and he must be very tall because he's a good head taller than Taylor, and I know she's really, really tall as well. Very, very handsome chap. I wanted to also quickly give a podcast recommendation, and now that I've said that out loud, I'm getting deja vu. Did I mention this already? Charlie loves The Rest is Politics and The Rest is History. There's also, I think, The Rest is Classified, which is all about like MI5 secrets, but they're all created by 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 Productions, which is actually owned by Gary Lineker. Very clever of him. And I think they have like 10 of the top 50 podcasts in all the charts or something wild. But we started listening to one called The Rest is Entertainment, and it's so interesting. I don't think I did tell you guys. I think I was telling Leo about it yesterday. It's so interesting because they basically get people such as, they had the head of the chief commissioner for the BBC on it, and they were talking about just really interesting like snippets of behind the scenes information about the entertainment industry, that as someone who in the world of YouTube is kind of like on the very, very edge of the entertainment world, I found it so fascinating. And they used an incredible expression a few times in their latest podcast when they were talking about traitors, and they were saying that a certain moment was it was called a marmalade dropper, and Charlie nor I had not heard of this expression before, so I googled it. And if something is a marmalade dropper, it's usually something that you'd hear about early in the day, such as when you're having your breakfast and reading the newspaper, and the expression comes from you're eating your toast with your marmalade on, and it's such a shock that you drop it and the marmalade goes on the floor. So if something is shocking, like for example in 1912 when you would have opened your newspaper and seen that the Titanic had sank, that would have been a marmalade dropper moment. And I thought that was just such a great, very, very British expression, and I loved it. So let me know down below, what are your favourite podcasts? Question number 1. Question number 2, what are you watching right now? Because after we've finished The Night Manager, which we will do in 20 minutes, we're going to need to move on to something else. And question number 3, what is your favourite expression? And if it can be a festive expression, that's even better. My new favourite one is, ooh, that was a marmalade dropper. Let's try and get that into conversation. But anyway, my darlings, hope you've enjoyed today's vlog. And what's happening tomorrow? Ooh, it's a surprise. I'll tell you. You'll see tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please do make sure you've clicked the subscribe button. Give the video a thumbs up. I know it takes less than 2 seconds. I am guilty of watching people's videos and really enjoying them and not giving them a thumbs up. So let's all do it together. Give our favorite videos a thumbs up. It just helps the YouTube algorithm. And that would mean a lot to me, so thank you so much. And I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Good night.